What is up, everyone? Nathan coming at you with their Pokemon Showdown Live. We're going to be playing some more of this bird up hyper offense I cooked up last night, recording the next day here. Seems like a fun team. Honestly, I had a great time with it. We made some kind of hilarious misplays. I think there's some edits I want to make to the team, very minor ones. But all in all, I'm pretty happy with it. I even cooked up this very Star Wars-esque scroll. How's that? Won't last the whole video, not in the way. We still get to have the breakdown. I might ignore it, might be weird. I don't know. In the meantime, though, I'm going to add that scarf to our Staraptor here because our team was rather slow when it came down to it. Let's face it, even with choice scarf, Staraptor is never really wanting for power, especially if you keep up rocks. It'd be nice to keep a defog somewhere else on the team, but I don't think I can really afford that. And then I'm going to add a choice specs to Magnezone because it wasn't quite hitting it offensively. Although we do still worry about Latios quite a bit. I'm tempted to drop this speed as a result. I need to stay faster than Scizor. So let's do a quick little look up here. If I'm looking at the average Scizor I'll come across in this tier, how much speed does it have? So offensive, I'm probably not worried about too much. I'm actually a little bit worried if I'm being honest. 216, huh? Well, let's take a look at that really quick. Like, what range am I dealing with here? I couldn't even begin to tell you Scizor's base speed, actually. I'm embarrassed. I'm normally pretty good with that. That is 65. That about tracks with where I'm at mentally there. So 216, huh? So I would love to give this thing some HP so we can swap it on Latios a bit better. So it at least needs 221 our own, or, well, no, or at most it needs that because that's really the only steel type I'm trying to trap. But we could also give it 167, which is interesting. So either 167 or 221. The thing is, the offensive ones are what scare me. If I'm playing against enemy HO, I really want to eliminate them. And an offensive, in this case, Life Orb, Bullet Punch, Balloon can really do a number on us, as we saw in our last live. So I think I'm going to go for the 221 there, which isn't really a big deal all told, but oh well. I can go Modest then, which is nice. Oh, I can't. Are you kidding me? Oh, that sucks. That really sucks. Okay, well, we'll drop this. Let's get to sure, a little bit of extra gravy, why not? You know what, that's a decent amount of extra HP points there, so not bad. Okay, so we will, oops, tried to turn off that text box earlier. I think we're good to go. I mean, look, the fact is, even with choice specs, we're going to be pretty hard hitting. And hopefully we can have some more success. Hopefully I can actually identify what the Fables I'm up against here. I got a new bird up background there. I don't know, it beats the generic flying type I had before. And we're up against opponent HO here. It's probably a mental herb Shuckle. So I think I'm actually preferred to lead Bloom here. And I meant to actually change this guy to Mach Punch too. Because low sweep's great, but Mach Punch just makes it a lot more versatile. And it means that with that extra priority, on HO teams, I'm finding that the more priority you have, the better, more often than not. One of my favorite HO teams I've been using lately has extreme speed spam. I believe I've used it on the channel before from Kirino. You just have so much priority on this team that you can clean up anything if you have the means, right? You have almost everybody here has priority, so it's so handy. We'll turn this on for the opponent there as they have a Honchkrow, a bird up of their own. Kind of fearsome. Let's Spore right away. No one that could possibly block it either, so yeah. I could have stayed in with Azelf, but I think they probably had a mental herb there. So we get that. We do still have low sweeps. I'll click it once as Shuckle comes in. It's 23. Bullet Seed is going to be neutral against it. So if that says 23, we would need, is it even worth going for? So if you would get 23 again if we got a 2-hit. That would be 45 with a 5-hit. I think we're probably maxing it at like 50% if we get a 5-hit. I could be doing my math wrong. So webs are going up. Oh well. They actually go for rocks here, so we have a good chance to kill then. We might need a good thing. Oh, yeah, for sure. Nice. So webs don't go up. That's actually decently nice for us. Some of our team members like Gengar and Magnezone to an extent definitely like this extra speed there. And we will Bullet Seed here. What are you doing, buddy? Maybe they just don't expect me to be Sash. That was such an aggressive play against the guy who literally is using a multi-hit attack. I mean, I had a Sash. I was just down to take that. In comes a Manaphy here. My word. I'll just Bullet Seed. Again, don't need to overthink this. We got the Sash. No skin off my bones. In my head, if my opponent doesn't have a Toxic Orb and they haven't revealed Scarf and they haven't revealed... Oops, that was a total just panic misclick, but I don't think it's so bad, actually. I think we're actually completely okay with that. And you're asleep, so I'll just play rough. Holy crap. That must be Life Orb, right? That's still some damage there. Holy. Okay. Let's go to our... Sucker Punch actually totally does a number on all of our guys. I will go to you, and I will substitute. They have their own substitute Gengar, so I'd be surprised if they expect it. But between the Life Orb and the Brave Bird chip, I think they'll take a ton here. Okay, so we're pretty much in the clear then. Lucario comes in next. Oh, do I Focus Blast? That wins the game, but I think I get a Shadow Ball. If they, I think we're good. I think we're fine. I think we're fine. I think we're fine. I'm just worried about Staraptor is all. And let's go to who's got less defense. These two are actually really close, especially when you consider that Staraptor's gonna be coming in slow. I think Azelf's optimal here, weirdly, as that sounds. All right, so we come away with it with a weird game there. I was taking this extreme speed a little bit too carefully right now, but better safe than sorry. I think that's the dub for us. Pretty much went to the game plan here, even though we didn't have Mach Punch on Breloom. Well, Sleep was actually kind of good there. All right, we take the W. Huge W. Oh crap. I'm trying to use these scenes more because I find them, they make me laugh. And you know,
Bird up.
if I'm not making myself laugh, then what's the point? Accidental bird up too. I really do not have my scenes figured out at all. Okay, so we're gonna see Azelf there as a lead. I will probably take that. I could go for a U-turn into my own Azelf as they go for rocks. But then I'm risking myself getting 50-50'd. I could also U-turn into a Azumarill and get up an Aqua. Gengar. If their Flamethrower Gengar is actually a really interesting play. I could sub up and really do a number on them. And Gengar's got some good matchups too, but I think I'll just take the 50-50 here. They go to their Scizor here. Let's just Flamethrower. I don't think we'll OHKO, but I don't know. 300 special attack, we might. That's kind of where I'm leaning on. We get a burn on Tentacruel, right on. I will Stealth Rock as they knock off. Fine by me. We got a Gengar we can go to all day. See if they predict it. They do not. I don't think I can protect a Scald here. Oh, I forgot about that. Don't love that at all. Let's actually then go to our Magnezone and Volt Switch. They say sacking Gengar so soon. Definitely not. I didn't even occur to me that the knockoff would break my sub, so I was not going to take that matchup. 50-50 here with Gliscor. I think this is the BDSP special is you have a Magnezone in and do you predict the Gliscor coming in or not? I don't know. I'm going to just Thunderbolt. They Rapid Spin, so we get the kill there. No, it does 61 without choice specs. That's psycho shit right there. I'll try attack for the mid-ground of Gliscor. If we get status here, that'd be so funny. Yes, yes. 1,000 IQ. That's so funny. Okay, I'll go for my own rocks. I love that. The U-turn out. That's got to be a Weavile here, right? They go to Scizor. Bullet Punch not going to do it. Very risky play on their part, and they lose their Scizor over it. In comes the guy Gliscor. I'll boom on you, dude. They really don't have any respect for Azelf right now. Kind of like me last time I played this team. And Magnezone's looking great as a lead against any of these three. I'm now suspecting their Azelf's offensive, which is interesting. I wish I should have a spinner because oftentimes this Breloom Sash is useless if I don't lead with it, which is the case right now. And our Staraptor is greatly diminished, and Gengar's a pretty frail Pokemon. So I think I might adjust this team so we have some sort of defog or some sort of removal. Like, what if I had a Starmie in here? Starmie, a Life Orb Analytic Starmie might be better than Gengar, as much as I absolutely adore that Pokemon. Gives some extra speed too, just a little bit, but you never know. Anyways, I'll go Magnezone as long as I don't get Breloom. I like this matchup a lot. Weavile, if they got a fighting type move, they'll probably lock into it right now, which is fine by me. Oh, never mind. Doesn't even kill. Do we get the kill? Not quite. Disappointing. We now have Mach Punch, but we're outsped. You're not... It's so much easier to tell if they're boots or not before. Not that boots exists in BDSP right now, of course. But I'm not sure if that's banded damage. Really, really not. So let's just go to Azumarill. Let's not overthink it. I'll Aqua Jet. Problem with this Azumarill is it's completely destroyed by Tentacruel. And they should have Sludge Bomb too. But we got rocks and they're burnt. So this might even be a 2-hit KO actually when all said and done. Yeah, does burn go first? It doesn't. But Aqua Jet will clean it up nicely. They should have Sludge Bomb too. That'll be Breloom here. Fair enough. Don't want to go to my own. I'll just sack zone. See what they're clicking there. If they're clicking Spore, then we can take it from there. They Bullet Seed. This is another Scarf Breloom. I'm going to scream. Let's go to I think Gengar is safe right now, actually, and just Sledge Bomb. Because even if they're Scarf, we're fine. Or I could go to Breloom and do some stuff, but I'm liking Breloom against... Actually, I'm not liking Breloom against Adzelf. Speedball's essentially dead. We can keep that in mind. So I guess if I'm not going to Breloom right now, when am I? Right? An offensive Adzelf will definitely have something for Gengar too. I want to keep Staraptor for that matchup for sure. And I'll keep an Aqua Jet just for shit. So let's do this right now. And I'll Swords Dance. Yeah. Or I Mach Punch. They're not Scarf. What are they? GG's to them though. Do we win the speed tie to close it? We do. That's gonna be some awesome damage on Azelf, and we take another one. Good stuff. Team's doing well for a team I built in 5 minutes last time, and I'm. Oh wait. Let's try the Starmie variant. Let's try it. I'm not gonna. I'm actually gonna make it just like a 2.0. Because yeah, just the more I think about it, the more I think that this team's just so fragile, and especially Staraptor and Balloon really appreciate that. And, you know, there's even a world where I want to keep Azelf's Sash alive. So I think I'd probably prefer Gengar because it handles the bulky steals that we're trying to remove a little bit better. But let's not pretend that Life Orb Analytic Starmie doesn't hit extremely hard. And it's kind of a pseudo setup sweeper in its own right, in that you get a rapid spin, which is good damage, gives you a +1, and then, you know, you're poised to just beat the rest of your opponent's Pokemon with coverage, right? If they're playing a very offensive, very fragile team, a +1 Starmie is a nightmare speed-wise. Excuse me. Ooh. Let's see. Hydro Pump versus Surf is an interesting question, of course. With Thunderbolt. Psychic do be tempting. Scald, of course, is always nice too. Just for the brand, I'm gonna do Surf. I actually really do hate Hydro Pump, if I'm being honest. It's like your main go-to stab, of course. So we'll do this. This could be really fun. This could be a fun little wrinkle in our team right now. Staraptor putting in, you know, decent work actually. It hasn't had any flashy plays where it 6-0's opponents, but it's never going to because of a Braid Bird having so much recoil. But it's just nice to like make game plans in the back knowing you have this like extremely strong and extremely fast sweeper. It's kind of like having a Scarf Garchomp, which is always just such a, I find a welcome backup plan when I'm playing HO. But it's better because Brave Bird is resisted by so few. Steel types are the only ones, and there's not really much to worry about on this team, for example, and Magnezone removes them so well. So let's go to this dude to begin with. I'm going to taunt. You could just Magma Storm and kill me, honestly, but I don't want rocks going up. I can help it. They do quite a bit with that, don't they? But hey, even if I hadn't taunted and I boomed the second turn instead, it's only about 30% damage. No skin off my back. I think I'll Spore. Tangrowth is a distinct possibility, however. Also go to, man, this Tangrowth's a huge thorn in our side. I've run into it much less, just anecdotally speaking lately, but really it ignores Azumarill and Starmie pretty nicely. It's not like they like Ice Beam, but it's not a big problem for them. And Breloom. So Staraptor, and maybe I'll go to Starmie right now and go for an Ice Beam? Dare I? No, I'll do it. I'll just do a Surf. Then we can kind of scout out how especially defensive this Tangrowth is if they go to it. Don't think Heatran's got anything for us here either. Yeah, I like this play. I like this play. There's other options, but we like this play. I could have Spored with Breloom, but I didn't love that. I think Tangrowth is a little bit too obvious there. Even if I Swords Dance, it's not doing too much. Okay, we get some damage. I'm worried about it being Scarf, of course. So very worried. Normally I totally outspeed, but they didn't get any leftovers there. Could be Life Orb, of course. But looking at the possible Scarfers in this team, it's either this guy or the Gengar, and I would prefer to have Garchomp. It's a bit of a risk here. It's a 50-50. Okay, I think that worked out really nicely. Let's U-turn. They might go to Heatran and burn us, but let's give it a roll. A whirl, rather. Let's see if we get the burn. Fingers crossed. Okay, that is nice by me. Nice for me, rather. They don't have a swap it anymore. It's awesome news for us. And I might even Ice Beam here because there's no reason for them to stay in. But I'll Surf. I'll Surf. Oh, glad I did. 65%. What do they click? They have Lava Plume. Still no burn. We are doing okay. They'll do it again here. Do you want to Ice Beam on the Predict? I think I do. We get it wrong. That sucks. They might even get the kill on us if they get a burn. So they have a turn of protect, but never mind. Okay, I'll do it again. I've established threat of the ice beam. If they go to Tangrowth here, they're sick. They're nasty. It's really such a good mod against their team here, so I don't blame them for taking it super seriously and being willing to sacrifice the better part of Heatren's health. But Heatren's a huge steel type problem for us, and I'm not so terrified anymore. So that's great news. I'm gonna go to Breloom right away. Aqua Jet does so much with that crit there. That's crazy. I think we're gonna see Tangrowth right now. I'm gonna risk a very risky double switch. My opponent's not being a big switcher so far though. Okay, pays off beautifully. Let's make another double switch. I'm feeling myself. I'm feeling myself. Oh, he is feeling himself. Great. And I think we need the full Thunderbolt to kill here. Do they go for the double protect? I think I'll live a Lava Plume anyways, is the good news. Wow, that is Spadeft as hell. Okay, but still, I think that's worth it. I think it's worth it because now there is simply no obstacle to Staraptor anymore. That was totally worth it in my mind. And, you know, I was probably 2-hit KOing Heatran, it's worth noting before. Let's do this again. And, I'm not sure what to do right now. I totally cut myself off. Sorry, to finish the thought though, I think that I just didn't want to burn myself with the possibility of Staraptor with Heatran. Like, Heatran wasn't a big obstacle for Staraptor health-wise, but the threat of them being Flame Body and smoking my Staraptor, not letting it sweep the remaining 4 was too big of a possibility. But I'm really gonna cut myself off with here is I don't know what to do about Tangrowth. It's a 50-50 kind of. I just double switched on them really aggressively 2 times in a row. So I wouldn't blame them if they want to stay in and go for a play rough if they can. They might be banded for all we know. Let's run a quick calc actually, because that changes everything. If I can figure out that they're banded, that changes virtually everything. So we got a Focus Sash Breloom versus an Azumarill right now. Choice Band. Aqua Jet on a crit can do exactly what you did. I think they're banded. Okay, so that's huge. I'm gonna Swords Dance. Oh, that is not what I wanted to see. Starmie's also looking good. It'll only be able to get off 2 attacks, but it is looking good. Do I want to sack this Breloom knowing that's really only helping me against Azumarill right now? I think I'm okay with that. I should have actually... Spore's a bad idea. If they had substituted there, that would have been very, very dangerous. No Life Orb damage. Still not sure about the Garchomp being Scarf or not. It could be this guy right now. It's a huge threat, actually. I think I gotta go Staraptor because I don't think that would OHKO us. Togekiss comes in. This is an easy 2-hit KO for us. The question is, will Banded Azumarill be able to take us out afterwards? That's the ultimate threat. They're going to try it. They got a Gengar here. Interesting, interesting. I mean, if it's a Scarf Gengar, we probably lose, actually. I kind of banked on it not being it, but I'm definitely thinking it is right now. In which case, it should just be a sweep. I got to go for it. Damn, that is upsetting. Let's try for an Aqua Jet crit. Not terribly close. Cursed Body, just add insult to injury. Dang, GG to them. Oh, that's so upsetting. I mean, if we'd known, that's actually a really bad matchup for us, knowing that they're Scarf. So, okay, doesn't pan out for us, but that's HO. Games are hard and fast here. We'll keep it going. Let's go maybe 1 or 2 more. I'm not sure how much pure HO we can take here, but I'll try at least this one. Definitely want to go Azelf as a lead here by the looks of things. Yeah, I can probably imagine we're going to see Rotom Wash here. Free Rocks. Rotom into one of these two is my prediction. If anything, man, I'm tempted to Flamethrower. If it's a Scarf Rotom Wash, he's going to Volt Switch into their Weavile. But that's a big prediction that would only do about 60% damage. In comes Donphan, actually. Interesting. And it's actually worth noting with the loss of Gengar too, we don't have a spin blocker. So they can just deny my moves right now very handily. So let's do Stealth Rock as they knock off. Does quite a bit. I'll go to Azumarill right here. I should get a pretty big setup. They should go right to Rotom Wash, actually. They don't do that. That's awesome. Ice Shard there, I think, is super greedy on their part. So I'm going to play like they should be going to their Rotom Wash here. They stand in Rapid Spin, good on them. But I'm just going to give them the benefit of the doubt and assume they make the correct play. So they do. We get a ton of damage right there. 75%. That's awesome. So cut that in half. And it's base 50 power. I'm cutting it in half. I'm just trying to do a head calc for Aqua Jet here. I don't think that would cut it. So let's go to Azelf on the sack. Then I can actually counterpick wherever they go to. So this is awesome. Let's see what they click. I'm assuming Dawn Fan, which would give us a Breloom, which I'm very comfortable with. I love that thought. I can even go to Azumarill and just belly drum for the win. Maybe. They go to Lucario though, so it's a good thing they didn't go Dawn Fan. I'm going to be looking for that matchup in the future. Interesting. I think it's got to be one of these two. Question is which one? Have to either close combat or Brave Bird with Staraptor. I'm not sure which would do more damage. And Breloom is really scary because I don't think Mach Punch would OHKO. And they have their own priorities. They could probably Meteor Mash me into a faster extreme speed for the knockdown of Breloom. I'd have to Spore if I go to Breloom, which isn't a terrible thing. Let's do it. The Staraptor was kind of dicey to me. I have to close combat. I think that would probably let in Weavile for free. We don't love swapping into Weavile. I guess we still have these two. Maybe that was the play. Aura Sphere does so much. Maybe that's Specs. Life Orb. Okay, makes sense. Get that off. Should I make a play assuming to go to Gengar right now? I kind of want to. I want to do it. I'm gonna make an aggressive play here. Nope, doesn't pan out. I'm gonna Brave Bird just because it's a better move for us to lock into. And plus there's still a chance at OHKO, so there's also a chance that they stay asleep another turn. It does OHKO. Man, I gotta stop underestimating Staraptor. Every single time I do, I regret it. That could be Dawn Fan. If we get Dawn Fan, I'm going straight up to my Azumarill, which would be awesome for us. Awesome, there we go. That's what I love to see. A Rapid Spin, totally belly drumming here. We're a little bit low. EQ's a little bit dicey. 69? What? That did so much. That's absolutely devastating for me. Oh my gosh, that's so bad. Are you kidding me? I'll sack this guy, go to Starmie. Let's Surf. Plus we lost Rocks. Damn, that did ridiculous thing. You know, Dawn Fan, I think, it's got base 120 attack. Stab Earthquake. Oh, Nelly. Someone's got to die here because you're probably Scarf. And my team is rather weak. If I go to Zone, it lets in, I want to say Gengar. Perhaps Weavile. If they go to Weavile, it suggests that they have a fighting type move. I think that's what I want. I don't really care about isolating Skarmory anymore. Not so much. Let's do it. We'll probably see a Volt Switch into Gengar if I had to guess. Can Gengar OHKO me? Also an interesting question. I'll probably see this in Volt Switch if I'm being honest. Whew. Scary stuff. Whew. Very, very big for me. I've been dodging Focus Blast lately. I love it. They're in a terrible position here. Doesn't do anything because it's a resist. Stupid play on my part. They're Black Sludge. Let's go to Azumarill, probably a sack. I thought we'd see a swap out. Luckily, Azumarill ends up being the answer here. Please don't Curse Body. Nice. I think that forces Weavile, who I don't... Weavile's still a big, big concern. Faster than my Starmie too. Oh, man. I don't think we got the stuff to beat it. Okay, let's Aqua Jet, a Ice Shard. I'm thinking I will... Can Ice Shard kill Staraptor is the question. Depends if they're banded or not. Let's go to... If they're banded, I could go to Starmie right now and Thunderbolt Surf. I would Surf for the win probably. Go to Magnezone. They reveal a fighting move. And I can probably get away with Staraptor. But then Skarmory gets really scary. But still, I think I got to do it. Also think I got a Thunderbolt. Sure. Also, it'd be Sash. I don't know. Weavile's a excuse me, tricky one in this tier. Very tricky. Heavy Duty Boots I thought was a pretty good standard one to go by when it came to SSOU, but got the odd banded one in there too. Oh man, this is a good game to end up on. This is I'm glad this is the last one because this is close. It's stressful. Maybe I should be Volt Switching. I should calc more. If I don't know, I should just calc more. Can I get away with a full switch? I can't. Okay. I'm glad I'm calculating that. Plus, we're not modest. Do I have to flash cannon? 37% chance to Oko. Shit. Okay, so what happens if I click Starmie and I flash cannon? I don't think they ever go Starmie here, to be honest. I'll flash cannon. 10,000 IQ. Does so much to them, though. Okay, you know what? Fine. They got rocks, which could be the win. My thinking is that it's probably a banded Weavile. Risky, but I'm going to go for this. Plus, we're so fragile. Okay, that works out perfectly. That works out perfectly. I think... Oh, no, because now they can click a move. Okay, I was thinking that there's no way that Weavile's a move that can beat both my Starmie and my Magnezone. But of course, they get 2 Hydro Pumps. That makes sense. I'm going to do this, which should hopefully lock them into Ice Shard. Come on. Come on. I think this is the win. It's all depends on this Weavile set, which I don't understand. But they weren't... Okay, yeah, they lock into that. Reveal a fighting type move here. I'm going to cry. Come on. Come on, Flash Cannon. Take us home. Are they... Oh, no. They are Sash. That's so whack. What do they have? They must have Throat Chop. Does Throat Chop Oko? Oh, wow. What a game. GG. No, they just dip. All right, fair enough. That was a good one. The Sash Weavile. I am not a fan of that set, to be honest, but that was a perfect example of why it can be good for you there. Holy crap. The GG's to my opponent. That was a fun one. I can't argue that. Hope you guys enjoyed too, though. I'll catch you next time. Let me know if there's any Pokemon you want to see, because of course this whole team build was inspired by somebody asking a couple times to see Azelf. I'm more than happy to cater my team builds, such as they are, around whatever you guys recommend, and my own desire for a Staraptor too, of course. So hey, let me know what you guys want to see in the comments below, and I'll keep cranking out these videos. Catch you next time. Later.